Baltimore Ravens get the best injury news they possibly could have entering their Sunday game against the Denver Broncos. I'm going to get into that and give you all of the injury updates going into Sunday's matchup, and we're going to talk a little bit about the game in just a minute. But before I get into all of that, welcome to Flog Talk, your home for all things Baltimore Ravens football. If you are a Ravens fan and you're new to this channel, take a second, like the video, subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the season. We're getting close, but I need everyone watching this from Ravens Nation to subscribe and help me get there. The support recently has been really great, so I appreciate all of you that have already subscribed and keep tuning into these videos. But enough of that. You did not come here to hear me rant about the channel. First and foremost, let's start with the best news of the day, and that is Lamar Jackson is good to go for Sunday after being held out a couple days of practice with a back/knee injury designation. He said he was just resting his body. It was always the plan to play. It didn't sound like it was ever in doubt. He said, and I quote, "It's a long season, that's all. We've got a lot of games these next couple of weeks, just trying to get my body right, keep it fresh." Look, Lamar Jackson's been an NFL quarterback for quite a few seasons now. He knows what he needs to do. He's been playing at an MVP caliber level. Nothing to see here. I'm just glad that he is it's nothing that's long-term or going to keep him out of games. If he needs the rest to be fresh on Sundays, look, that's fine. Okay, he can miss practice whenever he needs to. In my opinion, he's good to go. He's superstar, MVP, doesn't matter. He knows how to play football. That's not going to change by missing a practice or two during the week. So that's great. Best news we could have possibly hoped for. Keaton Mitchell is questionable this week after being a full participant in practice. He has made, quote, stellar progress in his rehab, which we know the story of Keaton Mitchell, the rookie that burst onto the scene last year, unfortunately had that nasty ACL injury late in the year against Jacksonville. Hopefully he's able to come back and be very close to what he was, before pre-injury. We know we've seen it before that some guys are great and have these nasty knee injuries and are never quite the same. Hopefully that's not the case for Keaton. Hopefully he comes back and is just balling like he was before. But now you have Derrick Henry in the room. So this offense just continues to look scarier and scarier as they're getting him back, hopefully soon. Maybe not this game. If not, maybe Thursday against Cincinnati. Deontay Johnson coming in. Once he starts coming in, hopefully getting some chemistry with Lamar Jackson and this offense. It's all going to come together, and this offense has already looked very dangerous this season. This is going to do nothing but provide more firepower to a really good offense. Let's talk about the defense. The defensive line is just riddled with injuries. Broderick Washington with a knee, Travis Jones with an ankle, both return to practice Friday. Travis Jones is questionable for Sunday's game, and Broderick Washington is expected to be ready to go. Michael Pierce, of course, was put on IR this week due to a calf injury, and Brent Urban has a concussion and has been ruled out. So Madubuike is the only one in the middle of that line that doesn't have an injury designation at this point. So they might have to do some practice squad moves, or hopefully some of these guys could be ready to go. Not sure, but definitely very beat up going into this game. The secondary, Marlon Humphrey, of course, sorely missed last week, is questionable to play. He was limited in practice all week, and first-round pick, Mr. Nate Wiggins, is set to return after his one-game absence against Cleveland, which is good. Even though he's a rookie, I still think he's providing a very solid play on the back end there, and they need all the help they can get, quite frankly. Jaylen Davis is questionable after he popped up with a knee injury on Friday that held him out of Friday's practice, so he's questionable to go. I mean, unfortunately, he's just been riddled with injuries his entire career, and even when he has been out there, no disrespect, he has not been a massive difference maker, in my opinion. So, but I still don't want to see anybody get hurt. I want to see him ready to go. If they need him, then there's that. So that is the injury report going into this game. Like I said, good news on offense, a little rough on defense, which is where they need the most help, quite frankly. So we'll see how this affects them defensively in this game. So let's go ahead and talk about this Broncos game just a little bit. Of course, the Ravens coming in with a just disgusting loss to division rival Cleveland Browns, who were 1-6 at the time, dead in the waters on their season, lost their quarterback. Jameis Winston comes in and just balls all over this Ravens defense, which has struggled immensely this season. They currently rank last in the NFL, giving up 291 passing yards a game. Good news is that this Broncos team is not the best passing offense. In fact, statistically, they're not the best offense in general. They're 27th ranked in yards per game, 27th in passing yards, 15th in rushing yards, 20th in points a game, and 28th in third down percentage. So that hopefully is going to help this Ravens defense, which has struggled. We'll see. Bo Nix is playing well, but the Broncos' strength is their defense. There's really no denying that. They have the Pro Football Focus has them as the third-ranked defense. I believe they've given up the fourth least amount of points out of any team in the NFL, so that's tremendous. They're third in yards per game, like I said. They're fourth in passing yards, giving up only 176 a game. Seventh in rushing yards, giving up just 106. They give up 15 points a game, and 36% give up a third down percentage. So the weakness lines up with strength on both sides here. The Ravens' strength right now is their offense, lines up against the strength of the Broncos. That is their defense. And then I think the Broncos' weaker unit would be their offense, lining up against definitely the weakest unit on the team, and that's the Ravens' defense. So we'll see how this plays out. I don't expect this to be a landslide by any means. I think the Ravens are favored by 9, at least they were last time I saw. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. What gives me confidence is that the Ravens tend to play down to their competition. And I say that because I don't look at the Broncos as a major step down in competition. They both are 5-3. The Broncos have won, I think, 5 of their last 6 games. They're playing well. I think the Ravens are going to come into this game with a very, very bad taste in their mouth from last week's performance and get a big win at home. Is it going to be a blowout? I don't think so, but I do believe they're going to do whatever they need to do to win. I'm just curious what this defense is going to look like, especially with the injuries on the D-line. The strength of this defense has been their front 7 stopping the run. How is that going to be affected if some of these guys are not able to go, and they do have to go to the practice squad to bring guys up? I don't know. And we know that this season, quarterbacks have thrived against this Ravens secondary. How many quarterbacks have had their best passing game statistically against this Ravens defense? I'm going to be curious to see them against a rookie, which the Ravens have historically fared very well against, and see if they can shut this offense down or at least slow it down. Like I said, it's not the most potent offense statistically, but the Ravens have a way of making offenses look really good. Take the Browns, for example. So I think the Ravens are going to get it done. They're going to win, I think, by a touchdown, but it's going to be close, a hard-fought game against a very, very good Denver defense. Like I said, if I would almost be more concerned about this game if the Broncos came in freaking 3-5 or 2-6, to be honest with you, because the Ravens just crap down their leg against teams like that. But I don't think they're going to overlook the Broncos, even though they do have 2 big-time divisional games upcoming after this. Of course, Cincinnati Thursday night, and then Steelers the following Sunday, which is going to be a little interesting because the Ravens need to start winning out, because the Steelers don't look like they're slowing down and only getting better with Russell Wilson under center. And we know the Ravens have not fared well against the Steelers as of late. So a lot of interesting football to be watched, interesting conversations to be had. I want to know your predictions down in the comments. Do you think the Ravens are going to win this game? Let me know your score predictions down. What do the Ravens need to do? Let me know all that stuff down in the comments, Ravens Nation. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in to this video. If you're still here at this point, make sure you like the video, subscribe. On the road to 2,000 subscribers, and I need each and every one of you watching this to help me get there. I appreciate all of you more than you know, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Go Ravens.